You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
I need you, Lord, right now. Yeah, yeah. I must tell Jesus all of my trials. I cannot bear these burdens alone. In my distress, He kindly will help me. He ever loves and cares for His own. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. I cannot be. No. Jesus. My burdens alone. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. Jesus can help me. Only Jesus alone. I must tell Jesus all of my troubles. He is a kind and compassionate friend. If I ask Him, He will deliver. Make all my troubles quickly and hand. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. I cannot be. I must tell Jesus. My burdens alone. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. Jesus can help me. Only Jesus alone. What must I do when worldliness calls me? What must I do when tempted to sin? I must tell Jesus, and He will help me over the world, victory to win. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. I cannot be. No. Jesus. My burdens alone. I must tell Jesus. Jesus can help me. Jesus can help me. Only Jesus can help me.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl.
Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZYU 95.FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheed, and you on WZYU 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know we come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. And you know the drill, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as you get in, do your WZYU civic duty. Share the live, share the live. WZYU 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYU TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. Or 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509. And this is how we study things.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life, and as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, and we do actually mean that. We do mean that. We bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station. We're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know that's the truth. We originate, we don't imitate. We bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We don't just say it, ladies and gentlemen, but we also put that in words for you.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
Of course, folks, we are back with you. It's Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheed, and you. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we do solemnly swear to bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yeah. We do swear to that. Tommy, let me say a special welcome to you, Tommy. How are you doing this splendiferous, marvelous, tremendiferous, fantastic, spectacular, wonderfulicious, fantabulous Sunday?
All of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah, I'm doing exactly what you said. Fabulous.
That is wonderfulicious, man. Yeah, we can't complain at all when we have all those good things happening. You know.
How are you today? How are you?
I am really and truly fantabulous.
Absolutely great.
Can't complain. Tommy, I'm laughing because we had another streak that was stopped again, right? Who was going for the hat-trick, Tommy? Not Batman?
Batman.
Well, Batman ended up to be Robin today.
Oh, okay, he got robbed.
Yeah, he got robbed. He wasn't Batman. I think he Batmobile or he wings home. One or the other. Or he wings get clipped. Which one is it?
He probably had too much Vicks.
He had too much Vicks?
Yeah, so he got vapor rub.
Tommy, why? Tommy, are you saying that Batman get too much Vicks and he was vapor rubbed?
That's correct.
I thought Batman left Robin home. Like, he leave Robin. He leave the Batmobile. He rubbed too much Vicks.
Yeah, he had too much Vicks on him.
All right. Okay. So first thing today was Volsang. Wap wap. Tommy, I don't know why they don't want someone to get a hat trick. I don't understand that.
Well, somebody is gonna break through eventually.
Somebody had a breakthrough, man. Somebody had a breakthrough. This is about the third straight, or I think maybe the third stop a hat trick. And it wasn't really, it was 10-7 to 10-12. Batman say, boom, I'm in. Batman, yeah, he was in, boy, but you get Vicks, you get vapor rubbed.
That's right.
Volsang say, hard luck they battles.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, all easy, boy. Yeah, Batman, you get you good, boy. And here comes Monica next. Monica said, bull, laugh out loud, boy. Good for you. Let me say this, Tommy, I go out on a limb and I could say this, Volsang getting one straight. One straight.
Just one.
Eh?
Just one straight.
Yeah, just one straight. One straight and that is it. One straight and the rest is history. Monica said, good morning, everyone. Blessings to all. Hey, but Tommy, look your partner, boy.
Capitan?
Yeah, Capitan, boy. Where Capitan? What, boy? Capitan inside? I think Capitan and
somewhere in Asia.
In somewhere in Asia, in Taiwan somewhere?
Yep.
Yeah, he going eat somewhere. Capitan, we going good.
Capitan, you on a secret mission, or your mission could be
No, I
public?
think Capitan a house over a mansion over there, you know.
All right.
Yeah, you have a mansion over there, boy. Monica say good morning, Uncle Tommy and Wall Street blessings. 27th of July, 1990. 35 years ago. Thank God for all mercy. Yeah, correct is right, you know. And this,
Mhm.
yeah, this day. Do you say was a famous or infamous day in Trinidad and Tobago? Infamous, right?
Infamous.
Yeah, infamous. Keishan, welcome. Good afternoon, Professor Warshit, Uncle Tommy, and all in the village.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. James Owlet, Soul ain't going to like that. Tommy, I have to say this, eh? When we talking about who does come in the village early and who does come in Sunday talk early, Caribbean Soul is a non-starter.
Mhm.
Would you agree with that or disagree?
I think Soul has shown that he contested that position before on more than one occasion.
Yeah, but you like the West Indies, man. You're only losing a lot lately. I mean, I think the fella name is David. The man scored the fastest 100 in T20 cricket against the West Indies. Fastest. The man must hit about 56s.
Hmm.
I'm like, man. You gotta say, man.
I tell
James
you.
Howlett, welcome. Soul ain't going to like that. Hey, and who says at 10:48, here comes Caribbean Soul.
Mhm.
I tell you, the fella like West Indies, man, he been very late lately. He been very late lately. Caribbean Soul said, good morning, WZY TV and listeners. James Howlett say I was the first to hit the like button. Yeah. All right. Yeah, James. Yeah, you're good there. You're good there. What is Caribbean Soul excuse now? Good thing I'm getting old. I can't keep up with the young days. With my young days. No.
Mhm.
Stop making excuses, man. Caribbean Soul say I see Emancipation Committee finally wake up all the time they're silent for the past 9 years. But they're calling for more funds now. I could kind of remember every year they want more funds, you know. I don't know, Tommy.
Yep. Every year.
Yeah. I kind of remember so that every year them calling for more funds, you know. The government is working on expanding the training curriculum at those training schools. Soon there'll be training in cosmetology and massage therapy available. And Penelope Week Beckles talking about the closing on all them programs. But I don't understand why them just have to be so dishonest, man. I don't understand that. I see Tommy pointing out the emancipation, the outfit
And
already.
some kinte.
Yeah, Kente boy, way boy, Tommy boy, you're starting early, boy. So when Penny and the PNM misleading the people, Mr. The Nation with UNC closed down White Up, I said just tell them how. I thought he was going to say Hulk, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say Hulk. Job creation, right, Soul, yeah. Civil Corps, CC was on the pause since January 28th of April. 72 employees are about to be terminated for 1 month contract given out before the general election.
They do too much. They do too much. They
Yeah,
did too much.
yeah. Who that fall under again? Foster corrupted goings. Yeah. Here comes Capitan again. Use prisoners to do all them CPEP work. No, you can't do that. Them people need that work. Miss Santa Cruz, welcome. Good afternoon, my friends on the village chat. Good afternoon to you. Miss Santa Cruz gone and feed she 2 children. I wonder if it's children or if it's something else she just called she children. You know what I mean? All right. So I go leave it as children, eh?
You leave it there.
Yeah, I go leave it there. VS says, good Sunday afternoon, Walls and Uncle Tommy. Good evening to you. That is afternoon, right?
Yep.
Gen Z Paul, welcome. Rajendra Maraj. Pleasant good afternoon, Professor Walshik and Uncle Tommy. Shuba Sukai. Blessed good afternoon to you all. Have a wonderful, peaceful evening after God. Yeah. 007 Alana. Good afternoon, everyone. I wonder if he's from Canada or from UK, boy. Oh, look at right here, yes. Right. So, all right. So, I have a little good remember. You're from UK, London, UK, England, lockdown. Yeah, man. I know you are from one of them places, you know. You know. Good afternoon, Volsan. Good afternoon. Hey. You calling Miss Santa Cruz, Auntie Santa Cruz? Yeah? Hey. Batman, good afternoon to you. Good evening, everyone. Professor Uncle Tommy. Professor and Uncle Tommy. Just Georgia, welcome. Good afternoon, Wall Street, and you, Tommy, the PNM, should sue this PNM opposition minister in face, saying how Kamala done siphoning money from the treasury. And Tommy, they asked a question, where the Prime Minister? I see a video, and I go play the video, with the Prime Minister walking into the diplomatic center, going to work. And then she was at that other religious conference just recently.
Yep.
I don't understand with them, you know. You know, Prime Rambarana. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Welcome. Pearl Sammy, blessed afternoon, Professor Worship and Tommy, and to everyone on the live. Blessed afternoon to you. Semantic 62, welcome. Good afternoon, Professor Worship and Uncle Tommy. Welcome to you. Rudy Ragupat. I almost say Ragunath, yes. I almost get him on that man, the political analyst, Tommy, what's your name?
Vishnu.
Vishnu Ragunath. Yeah. I'm gonna give him Vishnu name, yes. Rudy Ragupat, welcome. Good afternoon, everyone locked on. From San Nicolas, Aruba. We San Nicolas, boy. Never been to Aruba, you know. Rudy, what part of Aruba that is? San Nicolas, Aruba, boy. Aruba to be a nice place, you know. Semantic 62, hello. Hey, look, we are BVI friend, boy. Robin and Jean to crash. Happy Sunday, TNT. Uncle Tommy and Professor Warshid. Locked on from BVI, boy. British Virgin Island, but I like that place too bad. I like that place too bad, boy. Tommy, look, your friend. You want to read what you have to say?
Good God, lovely day to you and yours. I hope that you're having a real nice God Sunday. If for any reason it is not, that can change because God is well able. Agree?
Tommy, one thing I give credit for, he was able to decipher what he wrote this time. So he getting better. Things improving. He getting better. You see, when you come on our program, what does happen? You see, after you get years of that PNM miseducation, you understand? You have to re-educate these people. So we are very happy that he's coming here to get a real education. And he's being edified. You know, lady, you're welcome. Good afternoon, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy. Touching base to let you know I'm looking. Good afternoon to you, Lydia.
Good looking.
Professor, I could just come from church. Nah, I ain't come from church. I ain't come from church. Tommy, I look like I come from church?
You look a little spiffed.
All right. Now, Clinton Williams, welcome. Good afternoon, Professor Walsh and Uncle Tommy. Lockdown, Tio, where it's warm, Toronto, where it's warm too bad, 30 degrees Celsius these days. Hey, look, Batman say good evening to Gordon, yes? Cool Runner, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Wall Street, Tommy, and everyone. Good afternoon to you, Cool Runner.
Hey, Cool Runner, long time.
Batman, next thing Wall Street is the lawyer fighting for Rowley Goat Farm. Fighting for Rowley Goat Farm. You know, Rowley Goat fight for his own farm. Point 14, welcome.
Hey, Professor Walsh, pleasant good evening to you and your co-host Uncle Tommy. And
Same to you.
Pleasant good afternoon.
Pleasant good afternoon.
Walsh,
yo,
I realized somebody missing from the PNM a while now. Where is Camille Regis?
They say she on vacation.
Oh.
Yeah, she was excused from the parliament. They say she was excused from the parliament.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
But you know, Tobago, we continue to keep that fight on and we keep that fire blazing. And
correct is right.
after them talk to food, you have to keep burning all these people and them in the PNM. Watch out, as I talk about the PNM, I listened to Imbert talk the other evening day. And he said, talking about how Kamala raised the age limit from, I think it's 18 years to 25 years or something like that. I think that is the age limit they bring it to. To smoking marijuana.
Yeah, it's about 18 to 25. Yeah.
Right. So the way Imbert talking, that is something wrong that they do. But what should the average person could see it? These marijuana that they decriminalize for these young people to smoke, it crushing them. These youth and them just can't tell whether it's day or night. So if somebody come down and say, here what's going on, let me wait until they're more mature. You understand? Let get for education, get to enjoy life a little more. I mean, reach that age, you know, you have a more conscious decision to make whether you should go that way. You understand? But Imbert is trying to say, when them young, them can afford to smoke weed and drugs and I just paraphrasing. Let them smoke weed, drugs and cocaine, man. And they enjoy themselves. But they're not being productive.
Correct.
We want the youth and them to be productive. That's how the country will grow.
Yep.
And one more thing before I go on shit. CPEP. CPEP is an entity that the government has to find money to pay these people. You understand? When the UNC open up the place in terms of employment, a lot of people go run from that CPEP program. And furthermore, last year when I was in Canada, when I watched these people and them who do landscaping, taking care of the sidewalks and subway, cutting the grass, it's like about 2-3 of them, you know.
Yeah.
And it's how much meters of work them just do for the day. So all the sort of people that I see CPEP be utilizing, to me, I find there is too much of people. All I have to do is just make sure I get the right equipment for the job, and trust me, 5 people for the most can handle if it's about 20 meters or 30 meters, as long as I have the correct tools. That's why when I was in Canada last year, I love to go to Home Depot and all these other various hardware to take a look at the tools and stuff, so you can see what tools you could use to get the job done.
Correct.
Locked on listening.
Yeah, man. Bless. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, CPEP boy. You know, Tommy. I was thinking, Tommy, you know something? You know them fellas on Trin Jersey? You know them fellas on them?
Yes.
And you know, the fella, what is his name again, boy?
Which one?
The one who just tried to goalkeep now.
Goalkeep.
Yeah, he living in East Orange. He does have plenty thing in the basement. I forget his name. Remember you was there that time? Not the over when it was over in the other place. Over
George?
South Center Street.
George?
Oh yeah. That's one. That's what you just call. What's
Big
the name
George.
again?
Big George.
Oh yeah. Big George. That's the fella name. I just can't remember them fella's name. Tommy, them fellas have a chat, eh? And when I go in that chat, I just only use half of my brain. When I mean half, is 100%? No. Let me repeat that. I just only use 0.5% of my brain. 0.5. Because when you put anything intellectual for them fellas and them, they'll be arguing, oh God, Slim, you on this politics. So every time you come here, it's only politics. You understand? But I'm not going to get into what my partner does share, because that is kind of private. I ain't going to get into that. Yeah? But when I share information to edify them don't want that, you know. But let me go with a butler Grey Goose and 5 spliff. Yeah?
Oh, Lord.
I'm telling you, let me go with a butler Grey Goose and 5 spliff. All of them is my friend. All of them. Me ain't smoking it and I ain't drinking it, eh? Just to go with it. And all of them go, hey, Slim boy, nice to see you, boy. You know, long we see you. Like, yeah, that's them.
You must come often.
Eh?
You must come back often.
Boy, yeah, Tommy, you know them fellas better than me, eh? And
I feel you know them better than me.
No, you take them boy out of Trinidad, right? Or you take them out of the country, but you can't take the country out of them. As a matter of fact, in my opinion, America make them worse. Because I think they leave Trinidad, just drink, and when they come to America, they're now drinking. You understand? They just used to drink in Trinidad. Now they'll be drinking, right? And anyway, yes, all right. You see me? Let me not get into that. Let me stay away from that. Let me not get into that bacchanal, because next thing you know, Big George go call and you go. And I mean, Big George is that PNM till he dead, till he dead, right? And the next fella saying to me now, well, Slim, you should respect. Why you disrespecting him, man? I said, oh, why disrespect him? If he's a PNM till he dead, he's a PNM till he dead. That no disrespect. And he will admit he's a PNM till he dead. Right? Anyway. Well, that's a sidebar conversation, folks. That's for a place we have up here. We just have some Trinidadians who let me leave it there. Oh God. Hey, look, Ulrich. Tommy.
Ulrich.
Look, yeah, boy. Yeah. Hey, Joshua, don't try to defend Batman, eh? Batman get vapor rubbed. He get vapor rubbed. Volsang was the first. So don't try to support Batman, eh, Joshua? Joshua, excuse me, we UNC supporters always deal in constructive dialogue. Yeah, Ulrich. I know Ulrich. You know Ulrich from Laventille, right, Tommy?
Yep.
Yeah. Or you just tell people from Laventille. You remember when Ulrich used to beat Pan?
I thought he used to play it.
Oh. No. Remember when Diana used to say Ulrich used to beat Pan? You remember when he used to play them condensed milk Pan?
Of course.
Yeah. Ulrich is the first man in Trinidad to play condensed milk.
Not condensed milk, that's juicy.
No,
Juice.
There was condensed milk Pan.
Or it's juice.
Tommy, you must even see the pan of them. There was condensed milk pan. Kevin George, welcome. Once to that condensed milk pan. Hey, bro, welcome, brother. It was a terrible day. Yeah, man. Joan, welcome. Joan Biznat. Good evening, everyone watching from Florida. Just came back from the beach. All right. All right. Cutting style. That's all right. Nigel English, welcome. Zaid, PNM not for country. Everybody know that. Clearly shows. Damian Anton Vincent, boy. Good evening, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, and viewers. And of course, as Damian always says, folks, don't forget, share the live and subscribe. Yeah, man. I like that. Share the live and subscribe. Cool Runner said Trump, in about turn, has allowed Chevron to continue lifting oil from Venezuela. Don't be surprised if Trump greenlights the dragon gas. Yeah, it's a new government. Nigel English says, Uncle Tommy and Professor Ward, should I have a comment? As a small island, TNT is stuck between a rock and a hard place. PNM supporters, if you really want to talk about who sold out TNT. Okay. Miss Santa Cruz said that committee only wakes up for emancipation. All right. James says risk, prisoners, and CPEP. Gen Z Paul, welcome. Okay. Nigel English said, to quote, the government sold all the state resources to the 1% large global corporation. If we recall, under the previous administration and their 69 years of leadership, all of TNT state resources. Okay, United Power, welcome. Hey, look. Angela, how you doing? Angela Darius, boy.
Hey, Angela. How are you?
That's
How's Zayden?
That's Zayden, grandmother. Yeah, I hope I got that right. Yeah, that's the grandmother. Miss Santa Cruz loves she dogs, boy. What? Yeah. Semantic 62 said, what they want more funds to do? Dress up and party for one day? They need to do the language and the culture of the ancestors. Okay. Caribbean Soul said, James and CPEP, the prisoners that come out of prison and doing CPEP also. It's like a startup program for them also. Okay. All right. Kenrick, Carla, Lan. I hope I get that correct. Just Kenrick. Kenrick, good day, world shit, Uncle Tommy. Tommy, you had to translate that one day for me.
Don't be surprised if someone join or try about 6 a.m. just so that they are told they were first today. You were first today.
Margaret, welcome. Happy Sunday, worship, Uncle Tommy, and everyone in the chat. Happy Sunday to you too.
Same to you, Margaret.
What is this one here? We won't know when we'll be able to say that about you, sir.
We want to know when we will be able to say that about you, sir.
What are you talking about?
Say what?
Huh?
Say what?
I don't know. I don't know what I'll be talking about. Yet, Val said both you and Uncle Tommy looking spiffy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Val.
Yeah. All right. Frank Namadi, PNM supporters are too cantankerous. We know for sure that the PM is not out trying to play golf, misusing the security forces.
Namdi.
Yeah, the family structure and how the family heads handle their family situation is different. They are very respectful to their elders. Semantic 62. Joshoda says, Anna, some people just come in the chat and spread the propagandists of the PNM. Yeah. We know that.
They're working.
So Gordon Dryden Joseph said, that is a stupid law because too many of our people are smoking and they're not even 16 as yet. How you know that? How you know it's a stupid law? Eh?
I don't know. His opinion.
Okay, there you go. Caribbean source said that is true. CPEP have too much people also. There just be a rotation so others get opportunity to work also. I am happy to see that they have finally decided to take the bull by the horns and restructure CPEP. Because it needed restructuring, Tommy.
Yep.
Tommy, I watched the Stand Your Ground consultation with the Minister of Finance, the Vinjana Tanku, and Senior Counsel Anna Ramlogan. And I am asking PNM people, and I'm going to ask this over and over. Give me one innovative idea, like Stand Your Ground law, that the PNM, under the last regime, have brought to the country of Trinidad and Tobago. One. Tommy, I keep asking it over and over. One. Like Stand Your Ground law. You understand?
Yep.
Tommy, why is that law innovative? Tommy, you could help me with that. Why is that? Why do you consider Stand Your Ground law to be an innovative law in Trinidad and Tobago? Why would you say?
Well, because home invasions have gotten to a crisis state.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you all something. The PNM going to come with their tired playbook to make Stand Your Ground about race. Stand Your Ground in this country, the Stand Your Ground in Trinidad and Tobago, and I understand why they're saying Stand Your Ground. It have more impact saying Stand Your Ground than to say the Castle Doctrine. But this Stand Your Ground law in Trinidad and Tobago, an innovative idea. Of course, Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar have to get the credit because on the Huskins, yes, right, before the general election, she spoke about it, right? And this is about protecting your family in your castle. You understand? And the PNM, with the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, try to trivialize Stand Your Ground by saying, if a man jump your fence and you go in and take your zavoka or your avocado, you go shoot him. You see how them just trivialize thing, Tommy?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to make it a race issue with respect to Stand Your Ground. But let me say this, Let me say this. I hope that citizens who can get a legal FUL, right, will be allowed to get it. And the first bandit come by your front door, don't wait for him to break down the door. Empty the clip. So you could take back the protection of your family. And then they will know that if you're going to go into certain households, you're going to put your life in jeopardy. And if this somehow happen to invade your house or invade your property, jump over your fence, and somehow they survive, they have other consequences they have other consequences they have to deal with regarding a large fine. And Trinidad and Tobago, based on my research, is the first Caribbean island, Tommy, or country to implement stand your ground laws. That is what's called innovation. Not like when you ask the PNM about innovation, they tell you, well, oh, sorry about that. Not like when you ask the PNM about innovation, they tell you about giving people a piece of land to go and plant. That is innovation under the PNM. That is innovative ideas, PNM way. They can't come up with something significant for the whole country in order for us to deal with crime, because crime is a big issue in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah? Crime is a big issue. Now, this new government came in, and immediately, and Tommy, you know what's interesting? The government going across the country and having consultation with the people in all 41 constituencies.
That's what has to be done.
Huh?
I said that's what has to be done.
But the PNM didn't used to do that. What the PNM will do, come up with an idea, right? Implement the idea, and then come to the people and tell them, well, we came up with this idea. We think it was a good idea. It's implemented. We're going to form a committee to see if the committee think this idea is a good idea. After them already figure out that we want the idea anyway. That is the PNM modus operandi. But this government is different. They are different. They are going to the people. And I listened to that stand your ground consultation. Many great ideas come out of it. Plenty great ideas.
That's what happens.
Yeah, because they were talking about Senior Counsel Anna Romelu won't give an example of where the wife of either a police officer, right, or some type of officer in Trinidad used her husband's weapon for someone that invaded the house. And she was sitting there for between 6 to 9 months to figure out whether she was going to be charged with a crime or not. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And that is something that this new legislation will have to take into concern, that the FUL license, if it's in the name of the husband or vice versa, or the wife, anybody in the house that are in jeopardy should be able to empty the clip on anybody that invades the castle. Anybody. Yeah? You see, stand your ground laws talks about outside of your household, outside of your castle, which is totally different. Yeah? And listen, of course, you can't, as the senior counsel say, if a little fella come to check your daughter or something, you understand? And you know the fella, you can't just decide that fella coming to invade your castle. You know what I mean? But I think it's a brilliant idea, brilliant, on behalf of the government in to put some sense of control, Tommy, back in the hands of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yep.
As opposed to the control being in the hands of all the bandits.
All we need is that whoever you're given that control and that authority and power to, they don't abuse it.
Correct. Yeah? Correct. Thank you, Ms. Santa Cruz. Yeah, and that's what it is. We just don't want people to abuse it, but I think it's sorely needed in Trinidad and Tobago, and this government have the breasticular fortitude and testicular fortitude to do something innovative like this, right? So, if you're a bandit, Tommy, you have to think twice.
You must think twice.
You have to think twice, because now you going, you don't know if that person have a FUL, right? You don't know. And when you're going there, you might find out. Yeah, so think twice. Or Jency Paul say her dog, she loves animals. Okay. Farmer Kane, welcome. Welcome to you. Look, Tommy, look your next partner. Your next PNM partner. Bandmena. You go see how you go off into a tangent just now, eh? He does always go left, you know. Even though you're trying for him to go right, he going left all the time. Sensible, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Sunday. Good afternoon to you.
And to you.
Yeah. Look, he says, okay, Wall Street, time to go to work, sell and stand your ground. Come with it. But it's easy. You'd rather sell that bandman, huh? You'd rather sell, stand your ground, Tommy. You know, at any time, it is important for you to be able to protect your castle. This is about protecting your castle. And if a person wants to invade your castle, whatever consequence they suffer, that is their problem. Right? No longer would you, as a victim, have to worry. If you do what you're supposed to do for somebody that invade your castle, you have to worry whether you're going to be charged, whether this is going to happen, whether you should use your fully licensed gun. You don't have to think about that no more. And it's about time. Nick, welcome. Ram Logan coming for Faris. Yeah, Banmina say Wall Street is so predictable. Yeah, I'm glad Banmina. Yeah. Michael, welcome. Welcome on board, beautiful people of WZY callers, listeners, supporters, drill with host Tommy on Wall Street. Yeah.
Good evening, Mike.
Yeah. Tommy, you see what I tell you? He just come sideways. He asking me, did you see the story about the woman who was killed by her husband, boyfriend in Cuba? Did you see Bandmana? Tell me about it now. Call us and tell us about it. Call us and tell us about it.
But I'm not calling that you wouldn't see.
No, you go call. Oh, look, he say, TNT Guardian, male relative in custody after Cuba woman shot and killed. All right. Okay, look at Ulrich. Ulrich said that's a stupid law telling an adult that he can't drink and smoke until 25. Leave low hanging fruits. That's an insult and a disrespect. And go for the big one. Nick said Penny and the PNM having wakes all over the country for people to cry and feel sorry for them.
This guy.
You see when you have disingenuous people like Gordon Dryden Joseph. Dryden, I bet you here you came and you learn about the castle when I was comparing stand your ground to the castle. This stand your ground law is more of the castle doctrine. I was against stand your ground. This stand your ground law is more of the castle doctrine to protect your castle. I could never be against that, and I was never against that. As a matter of fact, I am going to take the credit for putting the castle doctrine into Trinidad and Tobago. Yes.
Top of the hour.
Huh?
Top of the hour.
Yeah. And Dryden, don't let my confidence interfere with your insecurity. Eh? Let me repeat that for you. Don't let my confidence interfere with your insecurity. Folks, we're going to take that break. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics on WZY 95.9 FM. We come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. And when we come back, we got a lot for you. We got a lot to show you. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Stick and stay. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. And folks, we also have a new segment here on WZYE 95.9 FM, and you're going to have to play a role in this segment. When we come back, we're going to give you that. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life, and as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
Fire! 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 No more red. No more red. No more red. No more red. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more shame, no more pain. We want to see us win, we want the brides again. No more penny again. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. We don't vouch for you. And we are tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of proposals and all the excuses, tired of no water, tired of stretching at the lot, tired of the eyebrows rippling. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more shame, no more pain. We want to see we win, we want the brides again. No more penny again. Bye bye, me bye bye. Bye bye, bring bye bye. I'm a fight the fire. We're tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, of the proposals and all the excuses, tired of no water, tired of stretching at the lot, tired of the eyebrows rippling. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more shame, no more pain. We want to see we win, we want the brides again. No more penny again. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. We don't vouch it for you. No more red. 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 No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more shame, no more pain. We want to see the win, we want the brides again. No more penny again. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. We don't vouch for you. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. We don't vouch for you.
And of course, we are back with you. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you can always reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. Don't forget, as soon as you get in, share that live, share that live.
There we go. So, Tommy, I want to play this with respect to, since today is, what is it 35 years, right? Since the coup, right? Today is 35
years.
And the Prime Minister promised national memorial for the coup, right? Tommy, let me ask a question. And and then we're gonna get to that new
segment
we have here in on Sunday Talk. Tommy, was some type of memorial done previously?
Not that I know of.
Folks, I'm asking the question. Was there some type of previous memorial with respect to the 1999 coup done by whichever government? I'm just asking a question because I don't know.
Was there some recognition? I don't think so.
But recognition, but what about a memorial? Somebody gonna call on to us, or somebody put it in the chat. So take a listen to this, folks.
Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has proposed to establish a national memorial to honor the victims of the 1990 coup attempt. In her message to commemorate the 35th anniversary of the attack by armed insurgents, Persad-Bissessar said her People's Partnership Administration constituted the Sir David Simmons-led Commission of Inquiry and laid its 4-volume report in Parliament on March 14, 2014, even waiving confidentiality on the final chapter. Guided by its recommendations, she said, her administration strengthened national security architecture and integrated the key findings into study programs at our schools and universities. However, she said, work paused when the administration demit office in 2015. Today, 3 months after returning to office, I reaffirm my government's commitment to update that program and consult on a fitting national memorial to the fallen, the injured, and the defenders, Persad-Bissessar said. In her message, the Prime Minister recalled the attack on the Red House, the destruction of police headquarters, and the seizure of Trinidad and Tobago television, leading to the death of 24 people. She condemned the attack, saying the perpetrators were no patriots. The true patriots defended the Constitution and safeguarded our republic, some at the cost of their lives, others bearing wounds and trauma to this day. She made special mention of those killed, like SRP Solomon McLeod and Pelio Devine, ASP Roger George, security officers Mervyn Teague and Malcolm Bazanta, and Parliamentary Clerk Lorraine Caballero. She also paid honor to members of the protective services, defense force, media, Parliament, and ordinary citizens who stood as a barrier between chaos and continuity. Persad-Bissessar also honored the Prime Minister at the time, A.N.R. Robinson, Minister Selwyn Richardson, and all others who were held hostage in the Red House, but never capitulated in the face of death. For families who lost loved ones, know that Trinidad and Tobago has never forgotten your grief. For the survivors, we salute all who chose resilience over rage, unity over division, and hope over despair. In a jab at her immediate predecessors, Persad-Bissessar said the last decade of unprecedented crime and violence under their leadership only sharpened the lessons of the coup. Crisis leadership must be strong and coordinated. Personal bias and rivalry must not eclipse accountability, and the rule of law remains our strongest shield. Today's deleterious national security threats, transnational crime, digital disinformation, economic strain remind us that the price of democracy is eternal vigilance. She reminded citizens that they are a vital link in fighting these national security threats. Let this 35th anniversary of our darkest democratic hour, therefore, renew our commitment to those principles and the supremacy of law. Let its memories steel our resolve to ensure that in Trinidad and Tobago, power will always change hands by ballots, not bullets. Debate may be fierce, but will remain peaceful. Diversity will always be our strength, not our fault line, and the love of liberty will forever guide us toward progress and prosperity. May God eternally bless our nation and preserve our great democracy.
So there you have it, folks.
Yep.
Kamala Persad-Bussesa's government, another feather in their cap with respect to doing things that the previous government couldn't even think about doing. I mean, when we look at this stand your ground laws, right, in order for you to protect your castle, Tommy, with the runaway crime we have in Trinidad and Tobago, how come the PNM never even thought about something like that? How come? I'm just asking. Yeah? How come? Maybe they did, but we just didn't know about it.
Maybe they thought about it in silence.
Oh, God. You thought about it in silence?
Yeah, it had to be.
They thought about a lot of things in silence.
Of course.
A whole lot of things. So, the next one, Tommy, is which one should I go to first? Oh, let's go to this first. So we need your help. We need your help here, ladies and gentlemen. So we have something that we're going to do here every Sunday from now on, because we're going to be looking at how things go for the week, during the past week. And we want you to help us with this, right? This is something new we're doing here.
Fraud, fraud, fraud. Coming up next, fraud of the week.
So, folks, we want you to help us with who do you want to nominate for fraud of the week. Listen to it again.
Fraud, fraud, fraud. Coming up next, fraud of the week.
Right. So we would like you to nominate. You can nominate someone in the chat, but it might be easier if you send. Tell me how we want to do this, because we'll have to go to the chat. You could call, right? The easiest thing to do, Tommy, the easiest thing to do is to call with your nomination. Because sometimes the chat gets away from us. Yeah? Or you could send a voice note with who you consider to be fraud of the week. Right? Look, somebody already put something in the chat, right? One person say Faris is fraud of the week. Right? So we start, folks. The first one is Faris, fraud of the week. Right? So let me take a little note there. Let me take a little note. Where my pen going, Tommy?
I know. This guy sent a voice note. You want to hear what is he saying?
Go ahead now. You can listen to it. Okay.
Yeah, for those who came in late, yeah, greetings. Hope that you're having a better than good Sunday. Maybe you were in church giving God praise and glory, and I know that wouldn't stop because we could do it all the time. Yeah? Well, here we are, election done. I don't know how much people are convinced of that, but there are some of us who are. Yeah, election done. All right? Some people still living in it. But I don't think we should make them the focus. All right? But of course, ours is the opportunity for whoever the government is to see how we could make suggestions and how we could support them in anything that they come up with that is good. I want Bernard Maloney the first. That is what I've been doing for years. Okay, for years, because my attitude is I want somebody who will do the job. I don't care what color clothes they're wearing. Yeah, I don't care what color clothes they're wearing. If you're doing the job, no problem. And don't come and tell me about the next one. And you're doing the same 1-1 or the same 3-3. What's the number between that? Right? Don't come and tell me about you. Tell me about you. What you doing. Okay? And don't just come and tell me what you plan to do. Because if you plan to do it, you have to show me, you understand, the plan that you have. When, where, how. Okay? So you won't end up in a position where you're saying they misquote you, they print the wrong thing, and then kind of do tuishness quote. All right? So I am saying we could be making suggestions rather than operating with hate and pelting mud and no. That ain't helping the government. It ain't helping them people and them who's suffering. You understand? Suffering. You get them a month pay, okay, all right. That is not bad. That is good. But you get them a month pay for doing nothing when they could have been working. Where all these big people who have all this set up brain and all this set up paper behind the name and all kind of thing. So they couldn't sit down and come up with, look, listen, everything bad here. Deal with the bad part of it and keep the thing going. Keep the thing going. And they send home top level people. They close down WASA? No. But they send home to my top level. Yes, right. Because you see corruption or you see bubble or you see all kind of stupidness. Okay. So I am saying you could fix the car while you're using the car. You could fix the car because of what part of the car it is when they're using the car. You know what I mean? So I am suggesting that one, you see this thing about my people, when I get in government, I put my people on state board, then you could end up with a live sport. You hear how things went with that? You hear how things went with that? Because you put in your people only. I feel we should have a different system. You understand? You have this board, that board, that board. Let the different parties, based on votes, nominate persons to serve on these boards. At the end of the day, the minister at the final say, no problem. No problem with that. Right? And he will go to his party and wherever. But don't tell me that you only bring in your people alone. Right? Because what will happen? Will they oppose? When a piece of corruption happening here or a piece of bubble happening here, would they oppose? They want to get the neck top off. They want to be pushed to the sideline. So I am saying that let's look at that system and come up with one that will be better than what it have now. Where I put my people alone. So if I lose election and the next election come, they go on and they put their own people alone. And then when stupidness happen, like live sport, listen, all this could be avoided. But we have to deal with these systems. Okay? I have plenty more to say, but I just stop there for now.
Was he talking?
Fraud of the day is Mr. Rowley. He covered everybody.
Okay, that's Patricia Fraud of the week. Let me see who else there. Okay. Somebody said to me. All right, hold on. Yeah, Mr. Florida. Welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Hanson. Good evening, Mr. Tommy. Good evening to all the callers, all the Texans, everybody on the live. Happy to see everybody here on the Sunday through our days.
Yeah.
I get it right, Mr. Hanson. Don't answer that, man. I would have nominated Gordon for the weekend, but he irrelevant. He really serves no purpose in Trinidad, so I can't really place him in Florida the week because wherever his action is, only affect his family. So he can't be nominated for that. Because there's the most amount of rhetoric I really hear. Everything he talk about there, he talk about from 2010 to 2015. But people never talk about 2015 to 2025. And that's a big hell there. But anyhow, Mr. Ansem, I feel the more couple of days again before you, when they come out with the fraud of the week.
Eh?
When they go come out with the fraud of the week, when they go down do the
no, but
I'm
doing it right now, as we speak. People are putting in names in the chat and they're sending voice notes.
Oh, well, that's so much of them, but all right, well, I'll go. Right now, we deal with Paris. So my one is Paris. All right, Mr.
All right. So you is not God, he's Paris. I take it away from God and I put in Paris.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right, Mr. Ansem, Mr. Tommy and everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
So, folks, so far, Tommy, let me take these voice notes. Hold on.
Good evening, Professor Wall Street, Uncle Tommy. This is Joseph from St. Joseph. Professor, this Gordon guy, he tries to look brilliant or sound brilliant, and he doesn't realize how illiterate he sounds. First to begin with, how he could use a car if the brake's not working. If the brake's not working, how he could use a car. He also mentioned, don't mention what happened, but you bring it back live sport. You bring it back live sport. But you just mentioned, don't talk about anything in the past. This man has sound so illiterate, and he figure he's so brilliant. And what report to him what you're doing there, Professor Wall Street. It's just because I like all your program as the senior. But Uncle Tommy, sometimes you must delete the message that come from Gordon one time now, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty.
Okay, so folks, Tommy, I have to run for a minute here. I'm going to do something for 1 minute. All right, give me 1 minute.
That's how much miles? 5 miles you can do in 1 minute. Yeah, but send in your voice notes to 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. Send your voice notes outlining who you think is the fraudulent person of the week. Well, there's been a bit happening in Trinidad over the last week. We see that the young man who caused the demise of Candace, what her last name was? I can't remember her last name. But he has been charged.
Okay, Tommy, I'm back.
Yeah.
Let me get this other voice note.
Good afternoon, Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, and to everybody out there in the village. My, what a mocking pretender. When did he adopt that same attitude? When Manning put his wife as Minister of Education and then again as Minister of Local Government? When Rowley was putting all the people from his campaign team on state boards and all about, did he adopt that attitude? Did he adopt it when Stuart Young put his father on that international financial board? I am telling you, no wonder this country was in such a state. Suddenly now you know, because they put in their people on the state board, it will end up like another live sport. Like he was listening, like he was closing the fridge door when MP Watts was talking about corruption that went on in live sports. Like he didn't read Ken Ali article about the corruption that went on in CPEP and your big ghost special project. Or the talk show hosts who were drawing money. Hey, Gordon, it was a PNMite, you know. It was, sorry, my apologies. It was all PNMites. It was the UNC people that was drawing money from the ghost project and them. So you have a problem now because they're putting their people in place to carry out their plans and policies. Some of them I just wonder, some of them I really, really wonder, you know, why are you such a mocking pretender? Did you give Rowley that advice for the last 3,540 days? Why didn't Penny choose somebody else for the Senate? She chose her people. You know, let me tell you something. I got them a little bit of advice. People has been laughing at you when you're talking. You know why? Because they know that you are very dishonest. You are very, very disingenuous. Thanks a lot, Wall Street.
Thank you. You know, I listen. Oh God. Michael said Mr. Maloney don't know the difference between a spoon and a fork. He uses a belly so shoe to eat his food. Oh God. Nick said going Drygen Pampers need changing it full of crap. You know, so folks, really and truly, I know. I know. All right, somebody say Imbud. So I'll give you this score just now, I know for
I have another voice note.
From who?
This looks like from, is this Juice?
All right, go ahead. Take it.
Good evening, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. This is Juice. Between 1962 to 2015, the country had amassed 70 billion in debt, right? 70 billion. Between 2015 to present, the national debt went to 145 billion. Now, when you tell PNM people this, you know, it's the excuse they use? COVID, right? COVID. You telling me all you run down, all you rack up a bill in the space of 10 years, which it took more than 50 years to rack up, more than double. They have no shame. I tell the dog the shame, and it's as if once their businesses are affected, them okay. Right? They don't care about others. Right? It have people out here suffering because of the poor management. Right? People on the road, they begging, they no kind of vision. You understand? But thank God for Kamala Prasad, right? God bless Kamala Prasad and the government, right? They're actually asking people what they think, what the people think they should do, right? The PNM have no ideas, right? All they're starting to do is to play the race game. But you know what? That has come to an end, and we shall receive good governance. Fire upon the PNM, yellow is the code, and it's that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good juice.
Thank you, Juice. So, folks, let me tell you guys so far the numbers, okay? With respect to what people say, who is
Fraud. Coming up next, fraud of the week.
so Faris is in front with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, followed by former Prime Minister Rowley. He have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tuco was also thrown into the mix. Tuco has 1. Gordon Drygen Joseph has 1, 2, 3, 4. The PNM senators have 1. Wall Street have 1. Stewart have 1. Penny have 1. CNC Media has 1. And Imbut also has 1. Right? And so you may ask the question, who gave Wall Street a fraud? Tommy, your partner.
My partner.
Yeah, your partner. You know your partner? You know that? Your partner?
Well, I'm not in business with anyone who's a partner.
All right. The fella with the cricketer last name now.
Julian?
Yeah. He gave Wall Street the fraud, the 1 fraud. Let me see if I could get him here.
I see Drygen sent another voice note.
Hold on, let me see if I could get it. So, folks, here we go. The fella with the cricketer last name, right? Said Wall Street is fraud of the week. All right. I mean, we taking people things. I mean, we have no problem with that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You want to hear what Drygen had to say?
Hold on.
Short one.
Dean Khan, welcome. Go ahead, Tommy.
Okay, let me hear what he has to say. Curious. I'm curious.
Mr. Tom, you see how the thing does go? But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all, the 6.5, that kind of response. Did I say anything about breaks? Did I say anything about breaks? Yeah. But I know it have people who, they paint in the car, right? And at half times, they take the car, they use the car, they carry the car back by the painter, right? He rub down, he do this, he do that. They use the car, it happens. It happens. It has sometimes you're fixing the air conditioner or you're fixing something and you tell the man, well, boy, I need to use the car. No, bam, bam, bam. The man say, all right, go ahead, thing, and bring it back. Gosh, boy. You have the true to form, boy. Oh, gosh, man.
So, Dane Khan says, Gordon is one of the biggest hypocrites. He should start listening to his voice notes before he press send. So, folks, we just had another one person was added to the fraud list. So, that person was Marvelous Marva. So, folks, out front with 8 frauds, nominations for frauds is Faris. Rowley is second. And not unbelievable that Gordon Drygen Joseph is third with 4 fraud votes. All the others have 1, PNM senators, Tuco, Wall Street, Stuart, Penny, CNC3 Media, Imbert, and Marvelous Marva. They all have 1 vote each. Yeah? So folks, CPEP. Let me get to CPEP. Tommy, let's get to CPEP.
CPEP.
CPEP. Some people call it SNEPEP. SNEPEP. Yeah, SNEPEP.
CFET.
Yeah. Damien said it should be a tie. Between one. Yeah. You know, Tommy, we had to try to get somebody else to get boo here in the village, you know, and on Sunday talk, you know. Seriously, we had to try to get somebody else. Because Stephen Jeffers welcome. I think so far dominating the boos is Gordon Dryden Joseph. But look at this. We asked for fraud. You will think, Tommy, that the people will nominate politicians for fraud of the week. But Gordon Dryden Joseph is in 3rd place as far as fraud of the week with 4. If 2 more people vote for Gordon Dryden Joseph, you know you're in 2nd place, Tommy?
Wow.
Look, you're high ranking, you go be right next to the Lion King. You go be next to the Lion King. Way, boy. I'm telling you, boy. Check yourself, you know. Huh? Hey, look, somebody just vote for Gordon Dryden Joseph again. Somebody just gave my next vote. Man up to 5 now, yes? Nick says, you're mad, Professor. Gordon Dryden owns the Bo Award. You know something? You know something? I think we onto something here, Tommy. Every week, based on all the different programs, we should have a Boo Award at the end of the week. Look at next vote for Gordon Dryden Joseph. The man Ty Rowley. Tommy, I think that's go past Paris. He Ty Rowley now. 6-6. 6 for Gordon Dryden Joseph, 6 for Rowley. Look, let me get a next voice note here.
Yes, Gordon, with you have to be true to form. Because you can't electric, I tell you. You said if the car isn't working. You said if the car isn't working. You didn't talk about no straight down or painter. With you have to be true to form.
Oh, go on, man, send a voice. No, I don't know why. Look at next one voting for Gordon, boy. Let me put it up on the screen so I don't think I always see a next one voting for Gordon. Yeah. So Gordon now at 7. Let me put it up on the screen, Look, our next vote for Gordon. I vote for Gordon, the hypocrite. Banma, okay. Banma, we talking about Trinidad and Tobago, you know. We're not talking about Florida. Yeah? Okay. So, folks, Gordon Dryden Joseph has moved into 2nd place. Batman want to know if he could change his vote. Yeah, Batman, you could change your vote. Yeah? Oh, go on, look at next one vote. Look this here. Let me show you. Our next one, Pearl Sammy. Gordon Dryden is the biggest fraud of the week. Oh, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Way 9. Gordon Dryden Joseph just passed. Let me see our next one. Let me put it there. I'm gonna put it all here. Yeah. Caribbean Soul. Bandana. See you next week. See you next week.
Yeah, he just posted another voice note.
Who is that?
How many seconds? 38 seconds.
I'm like Bruno. Roger say Faris has to win the fraud award, not Gordon Dryden Joseph. But let me tell all your folks, Faris has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gordon Dryden Joseph has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And Dr. Rowley has 6. So it's 9, 7, 6. Okay? Yeah. All right. Troy Smith say, Gasby Dolly, 12. Gasby Dolly. She just get 1. She get 1. All right, folks. I want you all to listen to CPEP, SNEPEP. I think CPEP is going to go down as one of the biggest scandal, one of the biggest PNM corruption scandal in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. Take a listen to this.
The Community-Based Environmental Protection and Enhancement Program Company, CPEP, has threatened to sue its former chairman, Joel Edwards, over his role in facilitating the 3-year renewals of the contracts of over...
Tommy,
Yep.
CPEP going and sue the former... Can you imagine that, Tommy?
Yeah, I read it.
CPEP going to sue the former chairman.
Yep.
Listen, Tommy. I don't know what to say. Let's continue to listen. I know what.
300 contractors, days before the April 28th general election. The state company's lawyers, led by senior counsel Anand Ram Logan of Freedom Law Chambers, issued the threat in a pre-action protocol letter that was hand-delivered to the chartered accountant on Friday afternoon. In the legal correspondence obtained by Guardian Media, CPEP indicated that it planned to initiate a civil lawsuit against him for breach of fiduciary duty, fraud, fraudulent misrepresentation, and misfeasance in public office over allegations that he claimed the then cabinet had approved the renewals. CPEP suggested that through the proposed lawsuit, it would be seeking an order against him to indemnify it against any losses it may sustain in relation to the contractors and their subsequent terminations by the United National Congress, UNC, led coalition government in late June. In the event CPEP makes good on its threat and is granted the order after successfully pursuing the case, it would mean that Edwards could be held personally liable for the significant costs associated with separate ongoing litigation over the extensions and recent terminations. The company gave Edwards 2 weeks to provide a satisfactory response before proceeding with the proposed lawsuit. In a brief telephone interview yesterday, Edwards confirmed receipt of the letter, but declined to respond publicly before his lawyers do so officially. I would make no comment. As I told you, the matter is sub judice, so I am not making any comments at all, Edwards said. Difference of opinion over cabinet approval requirement. The issue of cabinet approval arose after the People's National Movement, PNM, filed a breach of contract lawsuit on behalf of one of the contractors, Laventille-based general contracting company Eastman Enterprise Limited. Responding to the lawsuit, CPEP put forward an affidavit from CPEP's Chief Executive Officer, CEO, Keith Eddy, who claimed that Edwards gave assurances to him and the company's board that Cabinet had endorsed the renewals before they approved such. In response, Edwards submitted an affidavit on Eastman's behalf, claiming he never gave such assurances and had attempted to correct a board note that stated the renewals were approved by the then cabinet. Eddy then filed another affidavit challenging Edwards' claims. Eddy provided a transcript of WhatsApp messages between him and Eddy to buttress his original claim. He further contended that before Edwards gave the alleged assurance, he, Eddy, was pressured by former Rural Development and Local Government Minister Faris Al-Rawi into facilitating the renewals of the contracts, due to expire next year to 2029. In the letter to Edwards, CPEP's lawyer Jared Jagru challenged Edwards's claims of attempting to correct the board note. Stating that Edwards' alleged assurance was clear, official, and authoritative, Jagru said, "Despite this alleged error, you failed to take any timely corrective action. You did not notify the board, retract your statement, or cause the record to be corrected. The result was that CPEP, acting under a false belief, implemented these extensions, exposing it to significant legal, financial, and reputational risks. Jagru claimed that Edwards breached Section 99 of the Companies Act, which deals with directors breaching their fiduciary duties to companies on whose boards they serve. You failed to act honestly and in good faith with a view to the best interests of CPEP. You breached your fiduciary duty and responsibility to CPEP, thereby causing loss and damage, Jagru said. While CPEP has provided correspondence from senior officials at both the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Rural Development and Local Government, who claimed that cabinet approval for the renewals was required to commit the state to such significant and protracted expenditure, the PNM has denied their claims. Addressing a PNM public meeting at the Malabar Community Center on Thursday night, former Finance Minister Coleman Burt claimed that in 2015, the then cabinet, of which he was part, delegated the authority to extend contracts to CPEP's board. That was never rescinded. That note was never varied. Even the same UNC has not rescinded that, Imbert said. Imbert also questioned how the $60 million that was approved in June by Parliament to pay CPEP contractors until the end of the year would now be utilized in light of the terminations. They came and asked for an extra $60 million to pay for all those PNM contracts. That was in June. And when they get the approval, they terminate all the contracts. And now saying the contracts had no approval. Jokers. Let's see where they're going with that. So that's why I say we will fight them, Imbert said. About the contractors' case and its substantive case, currently before Justice Margaret Muhammad, Eastman is contending that CPEP acted unlawfully in terminating the contracts based on a directive from the current cabinet led by Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar. It claims that CPEP was required to make an immediate payment for 1 month of service, as it sought to terminate the contract under Clause 15 without providing notice. The clause allows CPEP to terminate by giving 30 days notice or making a payment in lieu of notice if the company fails to meet its contractual obligations or performance assessments conducted by CPEP officials. It is alleged that while it was promised that the payment would be processed and dispensed when CPEP notified the company of the termination, the payment should have been made together with the termination letter. It is also contending that the clause is unfair and in breach of the Unfair Contract Terms Act 1985, as it gave CPEP too wide of a discretion to terminate. The company also sought an injunction staying the mass termination of the contracts and blocking government from appointing replacement contractors whilst its case is receiving judicial consideration. Responding to the lawsuit, CPEP raised the issue of the lack of cabinet approval for the extensions. It also filed an application for the case to be struck out on the basis that the company had an alternative method of challenging the termination through mediation and arbitration based on a clause of the contract. During a hearing of the case last week, Justice Muhammad requested additional submissions on the striking out application, which she would consider first before moving on to the injunction application. Justice Muhammad is expected to deliver her decision on CPEP's application on August 8th.
Yep.
You know, Tommy,
Yes.
we should thank government for coming into power and for them exposing CPEP. CPEP, yeah, not CPEP, CPEP. Because this, Tommy, we can save millions and millions of dollars from all this corruption in CPEP under the former government. That's right. We can save millions of dollars. 1 minute. Yeah, we can save millions of dollars. Just imagine, Tommy. Well, no, I don't want to imagine that. I don't want to imagine that. I ain't going to imagine that. I'm not imagining that. Yeah? And this fella talking about who get killed in CPEP and who get killed in live sport. You understand?
Yep.
That's the kind of comparison he trying to make. Boy. You know what, Tommy? I'm surprised I'm surprised that the PNM have made an issue. Let me take this call. Oh, someone in. COP, welcome. COP, welcome.
Professor Wall Street, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Uncle Tommy.
Same to you, my friend.
To all the listeners and them. I'm gonna say we papa first. How I will say this, sir. I will say, look at how this Indian fella mash up this black man life, the past CEO of CPEP. And when you really look at misconduct in public office, the man speak about the line minister.
Yeah.
Pressuring him to sign off on all them contracts. And they even bring false paper and all kind of thing to show, well, look what part they get cabinet approval. And look how the police can't go to the line minister and do him nothing. But the law could threaten the black man and send protocol letter. And if this go through, the amount of money he will have to pay lawyers, how far is Alwari and them going to represent him? Who is the lawyers and them that represent him over here now? We're only black leaders and them today in the PNM. Why are they allow an Indian man, one Indian fella, to treat this black man so much, so bad, that today the penalty he might have to face, he can lose the whole life savings. That is a fact about it. That is the fact about it. And today, that East Indian person who is a big hierarchy in the PNM, with a big chest, today he can sit down and he can move about comfortable. Comfortable. Why is the black man had to face pain and pressure? He children and them, he family and them in shame right now. He family and them in shame right now. And you black PNM supporters agree with that. And it's standing up and say, let the past line minister account and come out and speak and say why it is he was doing these things. The man swear I feel it.
Yeah.
That everything he's saying is true to them. And up to now, yeah, the landline minister. And I also want to tell the Google and them program. You can remember when they bring Brian Manning.
Yeah.
And the program.
Remember that?
And boasting and saying they can't do that with the contract. Days before election, they renew the contract and then they give them 4 years. Or they expose everything. You see what all they have, the CPEP workers going through today? What all they was boasting about and laughing and showing off is because of Brian Manning information. What led to CPEP this way now? And the penalty they have to pay is because of all your foolishness. Thank you, Professor Wall Street.
Thank you. You know, at the end of the day, people can say what they want. They can say all kind of thing about this government. Think about it, Tommy. We look at NCC, Tommy. $178 million
in debt.
Right? Say that again.
Debt.
Yes. $178 million. Debt. Let me take this call. Anderson Wilson, welcome. Anderson.
Mr. Wall Street.
How are you going?
Mr. Wall Street, Uncle Tommy.
Good evening.
Thank you all.
Good evening.
I was listening.
Yeah.
I was not once, as I told you before.
Yeah.
I will always continue to reiterate that. I always listening.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you texting, I mean, thing, I don't want to hear that I'm listening on the program, so I can listen to everybody now. Let me start with the Heinz, Treasure Lines, I coming to you. Before start, my name is Ambulance. Yeah, you know Ambulance, good boy. He's spending the weekend, he's spending the weekend, my daddy. Wall Street.
Yeah.
Let's start with Fisher Line first. Right? Fisher Line. Wherever it is, I may have plenty Fisher Lines. I'm speaking about the former MP for Lavantel West, where my little nephew
took over from
politically. I'm speaking about the former Minister of National Security of Trinidad and Tobago. Fisher Lines. You could remember when you call Mr. Cleaning. When them times I used to call him Mr. Eddie. You could remember when you call Eddie, the former chairman of CPEP, and told him, and this even one person, Kings, they're calling you on this one, for a long time Kings, you want to lock up one of them PNM high official. Kings, they're calling you for me and you personal. If you go and get some other security partner, go and cup and keep by you. For this salary, you have to get locked up. Because I'm not assuming here is a legend. Fisher Lines told all that custom Jamaican everybody. Poor Eddie, the man, blacker than a panther watching in front of me. The man blacker than Rowley. And I don't know. Fisher Lines told this man, and listen about contract, take it. And Mr. Eddie know one of my family them. Because he said, I said to take. I can't call him. He said, I say to take your brother contract. He said, you have no choice. I read any letter. I said the letter there 10 years now. I had a letter there. And this is what Faris Harari and all it does. As all they go say, trying to be poor people in Lavantel East West Corridor. You're going to tell Eddie, mere days before election, without fixing, it have a thing in the contract, which you could take out. In that contract state, that you can be terminated at any day, any time. They have a clause in that contract state that. In the old one, the new one. And the beg Mr. Eddie, the beg Rowley, I took from a high PNM people talking to me. The beg the black people them. I'm going to take out that now. But they went and fool the people because you see people without education. You are dealt with. So they went and fool them and say, hey, I tell you, the poor contractor don't mind me, boy, the young lady, boy. She said, understand, I really don't want to go and pay anything, boy, but God, boy, they're calling you to jump in here for you to go, boy, Anderson, boy. You see, I just go and go send my workers, me going, you know. The CPEP workers are to go all rallies, all political meetings. I'm not asking all you. That is why now when you later, we'll only see the thing going on, and it's by known that the UNC will be victorious. All you run and you get them up 4 years. So my partner said, my woman there, she contract for 4 years. All you went and fooled the people and them. Knowing that cannot stand up. It cannot stand up no way. And then only run with all the lawyers now trying to fight that in high court. Still making it done. Illiterate and illiterate. Workers who just work so hard. They just work hard. But the place bushy, the place dirty, but sometimes you have to sacrifice. Sometimes you have to sacrifice the better. And I know below this government better will come. So when Eddie is saying, Eddie, I stand at your side this evening. I'm sorry for you, know. But where spot you is stating? Where spot you is stating that Faris Harari was jumping you. So the same thing you was doing the man by hands by. Could you imagine what you're doing now, hands? But you're something sharp, as Twiggy said. That by words as Twiggy just said. I know black is that thing, you know, mix it up with the marijuana and it does. So I doubt Heinz has smoked that, man. But even that it is doing, probably that's why what hard you thinking so? That thing good for your brain. And watch it, I could go further. I could go further.
No, don't go further, don't go further.
Black people. So what does Father and UNC and Kamala and Teddy Sherman and Amazu. We only for that for all that 10 years, all they can save $1 million because in 10 years, when they check all their money, it mount up to it came up to 2,500,000.
Anderson, we are at the top of the hour.
2,500,000 these contractors are collected. Let's say the pay is approximately because some of that contractors may get 20,000, 22, 23, according to how it falls and the holiday and whatnot on the weekend. So let me say approximately.
Anderson, we gotta go for the break. It's the top of the hour. The top of the hour.
I think that's about 2,500,000.
Anderson.
Or looking up over $1 million.
Anderson.
Or looking up over $1 million.
Anderson. Top of the hour. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Folks, we're gonna take that break. We'll be right back. It's Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics with Uncle Tommy and Professor Walsheed and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back. Stick on stay. Don't go.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Back with you. It's Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheed and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. Don't forget, folks, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. And as the professor said, share the live.
So, folks, we know the problem with CPEP. And we know that all the corruption in CPEP is now exposed. But the big problem is this. I have a big problem with this. All this corruption being exposed. However, the police ain't arrest nobody. The police ain't interrogate nobody. So it just seems like if all these things are happening and nobody are suffering the consequences of their actions, when is it are we going to see the police having somebody do a perp walk? Tom, you know what a perp walk is, right? When are we going to see a perp walk? All you know what a perp walk is? What they do here in this country is that when you commit some type of a crime, you have to walk about 50 meters before you get into the police station, before you get whatever you're going, so the media could take pictures of you. When are we going to have that in Trinidad and Tobago? When are we going to see that? It seems all kind of thing happening and no one is suffering the consequences of their actions. When is that going to happen? When is that going to happen? Look at CPEP. $1.4 billion. Look at NCC, $178 million. Look at Colin Booth. The law lords in England, the United Kingdom, asked the question about Colin Booth. They asked the question. Well, the young lady asked the question. What happened to Colin Booth? Nothing. As a matter of fact, Colin Booth is now the deputy political leader of the PNM. Imagine that. Orlando, welcome.
Wall Street, good afternoon. Wall Street, I heard Anderson Wilson just talking about that. Does he man talk or does he yell?
No, he does talk.
I don't know what does he do, yell or talk?
He does
just
talk.
Sound just like his nephew, but But anyhow, because they never you don't talk, you hear when he talking. Anderson, I watch a little clipping with Faris Awari, and you know, every 2 words come out of man's mouth is the PNM who had Moody here, is the PNM who think Moody here, is the PNM, everything Moody is PNM. Not one word he can come out of his mouth to say, well, you know, the UNC and Kamla. Moody come because of the UNC and Kamla. Moody didn't come here because of PNM. I mean, is this guy living in a dream world? I mean, I'm confused. Is Awawi pants getting too tight for his brain? You know, I don't understand. His pants, he probably pulling his belt, he's tightening his belt according to Awali. Every 2 words I saw a little PNM. I mean, this guy gotta be nuts. Just that it's somebody PNM supporters, but I watch it. And by the way, good program there. Good program, and Uncle Tommy.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
Bless.
Bye-bye.
Bless. So, Tommy,
Yes, sir.
you know now that Colin Booth is deputy political leader of the PNM.
Yeah, that's correct.
Jennifer Baptiste Primus is also a deputy political leader of the PNM. And let me tell you who the third person is. I don't know this person. I never heard of this person. That's why I have to put it in my phone just to be sure. And they say this person is a political strategist. Let me see what this is there. Okay. So the deputy political leaders are Colin Booth, Jennifer Baptiste Primus, and Sanjeev Budu, who is a policy strategist. Sanjeev Budu, who assumed the role of deputy political leader for policy. Okay. All right. So here you have it, caller. That's the new deputy political leaders of the PNM. I ain't gonna comment on that. I will leave that right there. So, folks, so we have Tommy, we have corruption in CPEP, right? We have $178 million debt in NCC. Don't forget all the things with Foster Goins, right? On from the Youth Development Ministry, and it goes on and on and on. But when is someone gonna suffer the consequences of their actions? When? That is the talk. That is the big talk. Now let's go to this plan behind bars. And Penny Week Beckles asking Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar come out and make a statement on the SOE. As a matter of fact, I did an editorial on that, but that editorial is too long. I don't want to play it here. So Nick says Sanjeev Budu is only there for window dressing. The PNM have to throw in an Indian to get some Indian votes. Okay. All right. Yeah. And Gordon Dryden Joseph answers someone named Mickey. Mickey, how bad you want that information? All right. So, folks, I want you all to listen to this. But here now, I have a question. Tommy,
Yes.
have you heard the opposition leader make any statement about the stand your ground laws?
Nope. Have you?
No, I don't remember. So, folks, have you all heard anything from the opposition leader, Penelope Week-Beckles, on stand your ground laws? Have you all heard anything? Because I'm not sure. But I just see a note here from Caribbean Soul. Beckles elected new head of Women Parliamentarian Group. What am let's do? What is that?
Heaven knows.
I wonder who does elect that group? Who does select them? I feel sorry for them though.
Wow.
I feel sorry for them. But anyway, folks, listen to this, I want you all to listen to this. Listen, And the state of emergency. I am so happy that finally we have a government that's transparent and allowing the institutions, the independent institutions, Tommy,
To do what they
they have to do. Because whether you believe it or not, we know this to be true. In the last 10 years, almost every single independent institution was corrupted by the former Prime Minister Rowley. Almost every one of them, every single one of them. And it is good to see that some sort of independence is being restored under this government. Yeah? Listen to this.
War planned from behind bars, explosives, grenades, and rogue officers in massive plot to attack police, judiciary, and DPP. Explosives, grenades, and high-powered rifles allegedly smuggled in from Venezuela and South American countries were to be used in artillery strikes against the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service.
You hear that? You hear that? It didn't say it was against the government of Trinidad and Tobago. It said against the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. So what are they supposed to do? Sit down there and twiddle their thumbs? Like what the PNM was doing? Twiddly dee and twiddly dum? Twiddle their thumbs? No, they were proactive, which we cannot say. For the last 10 years, we cannot say there was anything proactive coming out of that past government. We could say, yes, there was an active in it. Yes, there was an active, but that was reactive. That was the last government. They're reactive rather than being proactive. Look at the current government. Stand your ground laws already. Already. We get rid of the Trinidad and Tobago Revenue Association. They fixed the demerit point system. Yes, they are in to fix Trinidad and Tobago. And most of all, Tommy, they're going and fix CPEP. CPEP will be better than ever. Ever. You know, Tommy, when certain companies just do new products and they just like put a new label on it, and next thing they put new and improve on it. Yeah, new and improve. That is exactly what's going to happen with the CPEP program. It's going to be a new and improved program for the betterment of those who sorely need that CPEP program, not the PNM people and in just the PNM constitutions. No longer is that going to pass.
TTPS, members of the judiciary, and the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP. This formed the basis of why Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara approached the government to call a state of emergency SW. Sources said police stations along the east-west corridor, including Besson Street, Barataria, Morvant, San Juan, and the Guard and Emergency Branch, GEB, in Aranjuez, were among the targets. Guevara recommended the declaration of an SOE after intelligence uncovered a plot to destabilize the country through...
Tommy, it says Guevara, the Commissioner of Police, recommended a state of emergency. It didn't say the government of Trinidad and Tobago recommended a state of emergency. It says the Commissioner of Police, Guevara. And that is the way things should be done. Not when PNM was in power. They make a recommendation to the police, the TTPS, and then the TTPS tell them, yeah, we agree with that. And then them run with it. No longer are things being run like that in Trinidad and Tobago. It's now transparency and accountability.
Coordinated grenade attacks on state buildings as part of a planned prison break. Sources within national security told the Sunday Express that a network of inmates, external criminal elements, and complicit prison officers conspired to execute a large-scale terror attack aimed at unleashing chaos and mass casualties. The SOE was declared on July 18th. Intelligence identified approximately 30 prisoners across multiple facilities who continue to control criminal operations from behind bars. Additionally, 40 prison officers, including a senior officer, have been flagged as aiding these illicit activities by smuggling contraband into the prison system.
Hear that, Tommy? Hear that?
Yep.
Hear that? And you know, Tommy, it's interesting. Eh? Think about this, right? Let's just say the police had this information and they didn't act on the information. And then something unbelievable happened.
Drastic
you know what
happens.
them PNM people, eh?
Something drastic happens.
Yes. What would them PNM people be saying and the opposition?
Government weak, government ineffective.
Right. They were seeing all kind of things. I see what I tell all you. Look, they're weak. They don't know what they're doing. This, that, and the other. When the government act and don't do like them and be proactive rather than reactive, they want to know where Kamala? Where Kamala? Where the Prime Minister? She walk in.
She getting the job done.
She walk in. That's what she doing. She walk in, while the opposition, we didn't even know what I'm doing. Tommy, I think this opposition will go down as the weakest opposition in the history of Trinidad and Tobago politics, led by Penelope Weak Beckles. And I had to play part of that editorial field. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I had to play part of it.
The Sunday Express was told that law enforcement intercepted a detailed plan involving the use of C for explosives to breach the wall of the maximum security prison, MSP, allowing for an escape into forested areas. Rocket-propelled grenades were also reportedly intended to disable law enforcement's air support and tactical units. Law enforcement has identified the alleged masterminds behind the conspiracy, which involved at least 6 organized criminal gangs, OSGs. The plan was to wreak havoc, destabilize the country by launching grenades and killing thousands. This would have been worse than 1990 10 times over, said a source. Sources expressed frustration at the ease with which inmates continue to orchestrate crime, using hundreds of smuggled mobile phones to send encrypted instructions to gang members outside. Prisons Commissioner Carlos Carrasco told the Sunday Express on Friday that in the past 11 months, some 550 cell phones have been confiscated from inside prison cells. Sources told the Sunday Express that during the extraction of high-risk inmates from MSP, a senior prison officer alerted the prisoners of the police operation. Prior to this, there were reported efforts to delay the transfer. There is strong defense for prisoners, with the mantra being, innocent until proven guilty, but the system allows them to sit comfortably in their cells and remotely control criminal enterprises that inflict terror on innocent, law-abiding citizens, an official said. The police commissioner recommended the SOE to swiftly contain the threat, form a high-level security task force comprising the TTPS, CID, SSA, Cybercrime Unit, and others, and relocate specific inmates to more secure locations. According to national security sources, the terror plot was to be funded through criminal means, including kidnappings for ransom, home invasions, and robberies. Trafficking in prisons. The Sunday Express learned that rogue prison officers were to play a central role in executing the terror plot. For years, corrupt officers, across various ranks, have facilitated the smuggling of contraband into the system for hefty fees. These items were introduced not only via staff, but also through drone drops. Intelligence reports identified at least 30 drone deliveries to various prisons carrying mobile phones, marijuana, and cigarettes. A single cigarette can fetch $300 on the prison black market. Despite a majority of prison officers remaining committed to duty, sources said they often face intimidation and fear tactics from both inmates and their corrupt colleagues. There are some 2,700 prison officers across 11 prison facilities in TNT. It has felt the slow pace of the judicial system, low detection and prosecution rates, and corruption within law enforcement have created a playground for criminals, both inside and outside prison walls. Gang leaders are reportedly aware of the loopholes within the prison infrastructure, including ways to bypass mobile signal jammers. They are also able to obtain private information on uncorrupted officers, placing those officers at significant risk. Hits have been called from inside prison cells, not only against rival gang members, but even state prosecutors. Despite regular cell searches and the use of jammers, inmates still manage to maintain external contact. This is why inmate relocation is key. There have been calls for a complete overhaul of the prison system, including detailed audits and the frequent use of lie detector tests on officers. The Sunday Express was told that security for key figures such as the COP, DPP, and members of the judiciary has been increased.
You know, Tommy, I don't understand how all them things could go on, you know. I don't really understand.
Why?
But Tommy,
Corrupt is corrupt. Corrupt is corrupt.
Yeah, but don't they have internal affairs within the prison services?
Obviously,
Don't they have that?
obviously, if they do, they're not working.
Okay. Beulah, welcome. Beulah. Hello? Yeah, are you hearing me? Hello?
I'm hearing you all.
Okay, go ahead. Tommy, you hearing her?
Barely.
Yeah, we hearing you clear, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Alright, you see that brigade just played there? I just want to know, Rowley was the head of national security.
Yeah.
Fitzgerald Khan was the minister of security. And, oh God, so many other commissioner of police and things. So I can't remember the name, Gary Griffith and all of them. 10 years, a decade. And you would tell me none of them know what was going on in prison?
Correct. Yeah.
None of them. Everybody covering each other's track and none know what was going on in prison. And the guns and the big television and whatnot and thing inside, yeah? What makes them right and everybody else a liar? Huh? These people have to pay, and I agree with what you just said. Yeah. Oh God, I just forget her name.
Don't worry. Yes, sir. Go ahead, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Tommy and
Wall Street.
And Wall Street.
Yeah.
Wall Street. I agree with you. How come nothing is doing yet? Where the police them can arrest these nasty wicked people?
Nothing is happening. Nothing. Nothing.
But I believe you see it's slower, but it's coming because the Attorney General did point them out there and he said he will go to war on every one of them. So he's a quiet man, very brilliant man, very smart, and they know what they're doing. And very soon you're gonna see some of them will be in shackles. Where is Paris Al-Wari? Paris Al-Wari put this poor black man to take the fall for him.
Yep.
This
Eddie.
had to expose them, Mr. Eddie. Don't be afraid of them. God will give you a spirit of fear, but the power of something. And expose them for who they is and what they did to you. And if you didn't do it, they vexed with you, your job was at risk. And again, to Mr. Rowley, you didn't know what was going on inside the prisons. John Hines, you didn't know what was going on in prison. All you damn well know. But all you look like all you wanted that to happen. All you wanted that to happen, and God is in control now. And said, no. I know every
All right. Thank you, Beulah.
I'm watching all you guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All you looking good.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tommy, I don't know, boy. It seemed like if there's different strokes to different folks, and I want to play a video from Senator David Nackett talking about the Fourth Estate. You know, we just talk about the Fourth Estate here.
All the while.
All the time. And I think that we are the one that brought, well, not we, Tommy, you are the one that brought the Fourth Estate to the forefront. And Beulah, you are correct. Where Faris? What happened with Faris? How could a man have an affidavit, Tommy? The man swearing, you know. He could go to jail if he lies and nothing happened. Nothing. Was Faris at the meeting? The last PNM meeting there? I don't know. Or Monica say he fly out to the Middle East. Monica say he fly out to the Middle East. Monica, you sure about that? I don't understand that. You know, Cool Runner, don't forget the Prime Minister says they are like the Cosa Nostra and we keep each other's secret. And anytime you could compare an organization to the Cosa Nostra, what does that tell you, Tommy? What does that tell you? Or what does it leave inquiring minds want to know? What does it leave inquiring minds? What does it say? If you say that, it's like Marvelous Marva making a statement about all PNM people.
Propagandists.
Yes. If he says that, what do you want us to be?
That the PNM has found itself in, as the gentleman would have said rightly. Dr. Eric Williams, many years ago, said that every single member of the PNM is a propagandist of the PNM.
Tommy, you know, I think he lying too. I think he lying. Why do I say that?
Why?
The last part, I think he was correct. I don't remember anyway. I had to find something about that.
That the PNM has found itself in, as the gentleman would have said rightly. Dr. Eric Williams, many years ago, said that every single member of the PNM is a propagandist of the PNM. And one of the first things I will do as your new chairman is to ensure that the propagandists of the PNM must be deployed on every nook and every cranny of this country. And we will chase them away on social media, and that the gospel of the PNM must be known to every single citizen of this country.
How could we, Tommy, as a people, believe anything that the PNM says when the chairman of the PNM making this type of statement? How could we believe anything they say? How could the people, as a matter of fact, let me say to the PNM people, how could you all believe anything that the PNM tells you guys? Anything. But listen to this fella. I don't know who it is all, yeah? Or you could help me out, yeah? Tommy, I'm asking for help with this, yeah? Tommy, maybe you could help.
We'll see if we can help.
I need some more help. Or listen to this, yeah? Listen to this fella. I don't know who it is, right? But maybe you all can help me. Listen.
So this constituency has gotten accustomed to the benefits of being in government. And I can tell you for the last 3 months, I have learned opposition ain't easy. In fact, I was told my predecessor, the late Lisa Morris Julian, used to say I could do many things, but one thing I can't do is to be an opposition MP. And I'm learning every day why she might have thought so. About high crime, high cost of living, the PNM wicked, the PNM evil. Because
Tommy, I want you all to help me. Let me start that back from the top. Let me start it back from the top. All the listener, listen.
so this constituency has gotten accustomed to the benefits of being in government. And I can tell you for the last 3 months, I have learned opposition ain't easy. In fact, I was told my predecessor, the late Lisa Morris Julian, used to say I could do many things, but one thing I can't do is to be an opposition MP. And I'm learning every day why she might have thought so. About high crime, high cost of living, the PNM wicked, the PNM evil.
See, all the things that this guy, whoever he is so accurate about the PNM. I don't know how he was able to admit all these things, and somehow they ain't get rid of this video. Somehow, I don't understand.
Because our PNM supporters withheld their votes from us. A variety of reasons, and we don't hold it against them. The PNM is a small maxi. They say in 2012 there were 12 of us. So in 2025, we have a small maxi and we're using the conductor seat because we have 13 now.
So folks, I need your help. Can anybody help me with Tommy? You know who that is?
No, doesn't ring a bell. Maybe somebody would identify the voice and call and tell us, or put it in the chat or something.
Yeah. All you have to know who that is. Who is Marvin? Who is Marvin? No, that ain't Marvin. Caribbean Soul. Nah, Monica, I know Stuart Young. That is the black. No. Folks, the picture is not the person because I don't know who it is. It's just a silhouette of a person because I don't know who the person. I'm trying to figure out who the person is. He says, no, not Stuart Young. Kevin Bashe, Dominic Pinklip Romaine. That's what I was calling him. What you sure about that? Smooth say is Dominic Romaine. Party, look, Party. PNM Party, good day to you, PNM Party. PNM Party, who's that? You should know who that is, PNM Party. Who's that? You hear the voice? We go play it over especially for you. All you Party just come in. Party can tell you who it is. Listen to this Party. PNM Party just come in. Party, can you tell us who is this? Well, we had to put a silhouette because I didn't know who the person was. Party. Yeah? Listen to this Party. Who is this person? What happened there? As soon as Party come, the thing get messed up. Come on up.
So this constituency has gotten accustomed to the benefits of being in government. And I can tell you for the last 3 months, I have learned opposition ain't easy. In fact, I was told my predecessor, the late Lisa Morris Julian, used to say I could do many things, but one thing I can't do is to be an opposition MP. And I'm learning every day why she might have thought so. About high crime, high cost of living, the PNM wicked, the PNM evil. Because our...
You know, all the correct descriptions of the PNM, right? Whoever this MP is, he got it fully correct. Fully correct. You know what? Let me give him a round of applause for that. No. He can't get away with that. I want to give him a round of applause for being so correct. Neil, welcome. Neil.
That is Mr. Alwari, boy.
Nah, that is not Alwari.
Not the picture. That is Alwari.
Nah, that is not Alwari.
Yes, the voice is Alwari.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. Neil, that is not Alwari, though. That is not Alwari. Let me give this a round of applause to whoever this MP is. For me, I want to give the man credit. We will go back to the chat to find out who the MP is. For being able to describe his party to a T. The man is an accurate description. You know what? I think Penny should promote him. Whoever that is. Penny should give him a promotion. Really. Because he's very transparent with his belief of what his party is all about. I need to call Penny.
Hanif says it's Dominic Romaine.
Is Dominic who?
He says Hanif says it's Dominic Romaine.
Okay. Who's that fella? That one used to be the chairman of the ILP?
Yep.
That's him?
That's what he says, but I didn't identify his voice.
And if say blessed afternoon, Pronkety and all others. Dominic Romaine. I thought his name was Dominic Domain. Is Romaine?
Romaine.
Oh, Romaine. Oh God. Let me see. So Zayed said it's Dominic. I'm gonna take this voice note here. Let's see, have another. Let me see who this is here. Somebody else. It is Dominic Lettuce, Professor. Oh, the man said Dominic Lettuce. I just get a voice note here. Let me see. Hold on.
Good afternoon, Mr. Washington, Uncle Tommy. Dominic Romaine in the corner, hiding. Dominic Romaine in the corner, hiding.
Where that Dominic Domain? Nah. Let me see if them people say somebody else. Hold on, eh? Dominic. Oh, look. Robin said Dominic Domain, Dominic Romaine. Okay. What did Patty say? Oh, that's Michael said that's Patricia Reed boy, Dominic Romaine. Nick said that's Pink Clip Dominic Romaine Lettuce. Who talks that he's on a blog? Waste of time. Patricia Reed says shameless Wall Street. What Patricia? What shameless? Eh? I mean I don't know who the person is. The best thing for me to do is ask a question. Gordon Dryden Joseph says, Mr. Carnage, welcome.
Good afternoon, Uncle Tommy and Professor Roshi. That sounds like Dominic Romaine.
Dominic Romaine?
Romaine.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Guys, Gordon Dryden Joseph said, moot, you all fall for that. You don't know Dominic. Will some people real God a rebel boy? Come, you want to translate that? Translate that there for me?
Mooch, so you fall for that. Oh, he don't know Dominic. Wow. Some people real God a rebel boy. I don't know.
You understand that?
I ain't sure, but something he's trying to say.
But oh, you wait.
He's saying you don't know. He's saying you don't know Dominic.
Okay. So I supposed to know all them fellas' voice, right?
Right.
I supposed to be a voice reader.
That's
yeah?
right.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a voice reader. Look, Patty didn't know who it was. Patty didn't put up a person there. She didn't put up a person voice. Eh? Dumb. James Howlett says dumb. D-O-M. Eh? Shame you have none. What's she talking to, boy? Why is she saying that to Caribbean soul? Smooth said Dominic Romaine. Wall Street, you lie. I lie about. Full Sammy say Dominic Romain. Caribbean so said Dominic Romain. Kevin Bash said Dominic Pinklip Romain. Okay. Monica Ramke soon says Stuart Young.
No, that's definitely not Stuart.
Yeah. Somebody said that's the Black Shadow, Monica. Who's the Black Shadow? Oh, the picture. S. Smooth says, that. Who's that? That's no. Caribbean so S. Smooth Malabar Lupino. It's Marvin. Michael said that's Dominic Romain. Oh, it's Dominic Romain? Okay. Oh. Yeah, you listen to this. Yes. You all, yes, you know all the important people voice. I know all the important people voice, Tommy. Yeah. I know all them people in the parliament. I know all of them voice. All of them important. I know all of them voice. Yeah, I know all of them voice. Look. Anyway. Let me see. You have any voice note, Tommy?
I'm sure there are. Let me see. Let me check and see. I thought I saw one before.
Yeah.
I just see one from Gordon Dryden. You wanna hear it?
You had the phone, you know.
I mean,
you had the phone.
We don't discriminate.
I'm not surprised. Disappointed though, but not surprised. The car not working as it should. So let me qualify that. The car not working as it should, but it could still use. The car could still use the air condition down. You understand? Even the brake sometimes not as it should, but the car could still use. That's the point I'm making. Read the point properly now, rather than trying to hate or felt mud. Read the point that I'm making now. Oh gosh, boy.
Still on that. Guys. Anyway. No comment. Move on.
Mr. Florida, welcome.
Give me thanks, Mr. Tommy and everyone. Mr. Anselm, and Mr. Tommy and to all the Texans. Let me tell you something, right? You see, when you reach 65, 60 years, and it has come on a chat and send these kind of voice notes, stupid voice note. But I sure VAT 927 that, you know. He has still a hard VAT in that.
Hey, Mr. Florida, anytime you have to explain yourself more than twice, something wrong.
True.
Anytime you have to explain yourself more than twice, something wrong. Just leave it. You know, when you're in a hole and you find yourself digging, just stop digging. Stop digging.
And it's true, Mr. Anselm. You showing videos trying to see about where the money going. You playing videos that where PNM MPs are saying wrong about PNM. And you still coming with this stupidness. We trying to build a country. You not building a country, Mr. Gordon. Sad to say. I know, and I appreciate the fact that they educate their children and they'll be able to help promote Trinidad. But sir, Mr. Gordon, you is the biggest failure I have in Trinidad. Trust me. Because you call in 3 voice notes and still talking about car. Where you are, car, and a hole. That is where you want. You could hear that to them. Mr. Anselm, before I leave.
Hey, Mr. Florida, as you say that, I think what we need to do, we need to put car and car, right? And then take them out of the hole in.
I'm laughing here. But Mr. Anselm, you see that thing where you play in prison, where you know That's real frightening, you know.
You telling me?
That's real frightening. Well,
Yeah.
let me see this video you're going to play
Yeah,
here now.
man.
Look on this thing.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
watch what's going on in the prison. You understand? And Gordon Dry John want to come out of the car working, and if the brakes ain't working, and if the air conditioning working. Boy, put two cars together and stop digging in that hole. Put two cars together and stop digging in that hole. Okay? Yeah? So, folks, I want you all to listen to Senator Naked. Listen to Senator Naked. And listen, you hear me going to play a video and you're calling still? I will take your call. Go ahead. And listen.
So, Street,
Yeah.
let me get inside of the prison.
Okay.
A young man got locked up the other day when that some state of emergency. So, and the a pack is 4,000 a pack. A carton of cigarettes is 100 and something thousand.
TT?
A carton of cigarettes are yeah. When I check it up, I check it out. It's like 40, so I want to know what is the young man saying. Right? Now, you could ban how much phone they want to ban. If I got top shot in the prison, there's a donkey. You getting 20,000. When you go back, just pass by Mabel or pass by Michelle, she got it there for your dog. $20,000 after work. You go take it?
I just see you're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Most likely you go take it. Oh, all right, are you good here?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you're good there. Yeah.
There's somebody trying to call me on the same time. I think it was one minister or some people here and she called me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wall Street. So when I'm to the sell and tell the family they want a phone card. Now the phone card now is to buy a half a cigarette. $100 card will get you a half a cigarette. A cigarette you get 2 boxes of cornflakes and a pack of milk where family might pay $100 for.
And
right? So some people just say
how you know all of that? How you know all of that? How you know that?
Wall Street, the beat of my living.
All right, okay.
Beat of my living Wall Street.
Okay, all right.
And also too, you remember facial lines make me see the person? You forget? I can tell you what's going on. When like when you follow thing over the person, it happened that car was coming on for the shit and take the person. But there's a donkey stand right there, they eat a food too. There's a donkeys right there. Now that kind of thing like police guys go for the bringing some men and that is not anything. Now we search or searches, you supervisor them. You can search a super car when you need person. Like you want to go somewhere else and walk out. You could be walking in town by the gate and search a super vehicle. You can search a commissioner vehicle. Now my partner working by this man who tried to go for a candidate and he tried to run his own party. He going around planting and all kind of thing. He had a car company. You know idea. He does rent the prison service vehicles. One of the vehicles the man came out of the prison with. But they escaped on the polygon and the police they shoot and whatnot. I don't know how they end up with one of the commissioner vehicle or the prison. I don't say the commissioner they'll be involved. What if it's $4,000 a pack of cigarette? I only go no matter what 10, 8,000. If I the commissioner, everything the commissioner go no 16, 20, 25,000. You're getting 4,000 for a pack of cigarette. Who tells your daddy that? Now I'm gonna put this, I say this to say all of this. Me blaming the minister them, me blaming the minister of national security. You see all the prison officers, and then killing all the just so. Most of me here prison officers get killed, all advantaging people children. Or sometimes a man get looking for murder. All his friends tell him is murder. All they want to beat him and slap him like he's a little child. That's why most of them getting killed. Nobody don't fight no they and tell all they bring no pong and read for them, otherwise they won't kill all you. And them officers, me asking you, will come beat them, will come Lavante, will come seal it, will go through the East West, will go in Arima. If they collect it in Shogunas, they will collect it in Enterprise. Officers, just come for the job, just call it a job. They carry in a phone is 5,000. The carrying a phone is $5,000. Just call a driver phone. A man want a phone, the phone could be how expensive. Man staying in prison as a done buzz down and get you call up a video call. You ever telling you? If that one spent 35 years in the prison for murder, he come out $1 million here. Punks that BD was selling. Yeah. So who will guard the guards? Only leading ministers, whether pastor or person, lead them out of that. What they could do is hire normal civilians and pay them good money. Pay them to some kind of course to deal with the searching and coming in the prison. And you want to say about prison officers, make sure they get them killed because they will be stopping the food. So there's a little advice for you.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
It's coming from the prison service itself. The money to beg Wall Street.
Thank you.
The money to beg the pass. And if the money big so to pass, not everybody go pass it there. Not everybody like to go to church.
Thank you, Anders.
Not everybody doesn't drink. Not everybody doesn't smoke. Some will take the money and find ways and means. I tell you, I just see of prison officers coming to collect the pong and beat the drop in.
Anders, leave it there, leave it there. Anders, leave it there, leave it there, leave it there. You gotta go to
okay.
All right, man. Bless. Bless Anders. Oh, God.
All opinions and views expressed by the program participants, including those on social media, are solely their opinions and views and do not reflect the opinions and views of WZYE management and staff.
Closing quotes in the chat, put your closing quotes, put your closing comments, and send your closing voice notes. Folks, the closing voice notes is 3 minutes or less, okay? 3 minutes or less. I'm sticking to that. If it's over 3 minutes, I'm not playing it. Take a listen to this.
No audio. What's going on? No audio. No audio, Wall Street.
Audio.
Now I'm hearing you. You're in and out, cutting in and out. Audio is gone again.
Hold on. Folks, are you guys hearing the audio? Let me go and see. Are you guys hearing the audio? Just
No, we are.
Note in the chat.
No, we are.
No, I just want to know if the people are hearing the audio because I was hearing the audio good with no problem. Yeah. Let me see. Tell me if you guys hearing this audio, okay? Please. I'm going to continue playing it. Let me know. Get it hearing it?
To inflame the narrative, to inflame the society, to have this incendiary rhetoric floating around. Big today stood.
Came and it left.
All right, folks. I don't know what happened to that audio. We go try to fix it. Okay, good now. You hearing me? I wanted only to hear the audio. That's all right. That's all right. Yeah. But folks, what he was going to talk about is the fourth estate, right? And we talk a lot here about the fourth estate, and it's very important, you know, when we look at the fourth estate in Trinidad and Tobago, you know, and we look at the different media, right? But I want to play this last video before we go. Which one should I play here? Let me play this one. Let me play this one before we. This is Dr. Gosai talking about Kamla Prasad Bisasa. I want you all to listen to this. Let me see, make sure that's there. Are they there? All right, take a listen to this, folks.
Courageous Leadership, an editorial by Dr. Neil Gosine. In a recent statement, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar said, "I won't let a few criminals terrorize, traumatize TNT." This is a powerful reminder of the type of leadership Trinidad and Tobago has now. A strong, courageous, and unafraid Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister has once again demonstrated that she is not here to manage problems. She is here to solve them. In a climate where criminal elements have tried to hold this nation hostage through fear, intimidation, and violence, the PM's decisive move to implement a state of emergency and relocate dangerous prisoners to military-controlled facilities is both.
So, folks, what we're gonna do? I want to play the rest of the voice notes before we close for the day. Let me play whatever voice notes we have left here.
Good afternoon again, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy, and to everybody out there. Weak Belly Penelope Beckers, speaking at a meeting in Malabar, talked about how when the UNC came into office in 2010, they shut down all the programs. You remember that the girl who was talking the night of the election? Kamala go shut down all them programs. What we go do, Jed? Nothing for me, Jed. But what Penny here to tell the people, right? That is why it is our job, our duty to inform the people that the UNC government under Faisal Karim opened up the welding school, the drilling school, the aviation school, the nursing school, right? They had a program where anybody who has skills can go and get certified for better paying jobs. What did the PNM government do with those things? What they do with it? Almost every week, Faisal Karim used to be on the ground report, begging the youths and them, get off the corner, get off the pavement, come and get registered. But apparently it was falling on deaf ears. What did the PNM do when they came into office in 2015? I want to ask Shameless Beckles about the laptop program. All the programs and everything that they had for the children. What did PNM do with it? They scrapped everything and they destroyed the education system. And she want to come and talk about it was part of the PNM vision that if you want a good plumber and a good electrician, you could get it from these youth camps and whatever. And she went on to say she's so dishonest and disingenuous. Like many other MPs, some of my constituents brought into the story, lock, stock, and barrel, that when UNC win, everybody wins. Now, as I walk by, they saying yellow is the curse. No, Penny. No. Yellow is not the curse. It's the red, the blighted red, the blood that was flowing in this country. That is the curse. The curse is the Balizé. You have no shit to come down and talk about that yellow is the curse. Madam, the children, a lot more children now will benefit from the Children's Life Fund. The demerit system points were removed. Property tax were removed. a lot more than said it, and you coming to say that people feeling ashamed now to say when UNC win, everybody will win. Everybody won. You might not see it in the palm of your hands, like what is you want people to see, but everybody has won something in this country. What did they win under the PNM? Let us ask you. What did the four men in the pipe win under the PNM? What did the 22 babies that were killed in NICU, what did they win? You know something? It's 5 years. We are going to be here more. And you better make up your mind. The more nonsense you talk is the more we're going to come after you. You and all your minions and them. All they destroy this country and all have no shame. No shame to come and talk as though all they are failing to see of righteousness. And all they acting like saints now. No, madam. You all are sinners. You all are sinners in this country. Thanks a lot, watching.
Folks, we're going to take that break. We're going to take that break and we'll be right back. Stick and stay.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Fraud, fraud, fraud. Coming up next, fraud of the week.
So, folks, we are back with you. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. Don't forget, always tell your friend to tell a friend. Share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can always reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509. And as the professor said, share the live, share the live, share the live.
So, folks, I just wanted to give you some results on our first rendition and of
Fraud, fraud, fraud. Coming up next, fraud of the week.
So our first rendition of fraud of the week, we'll have that every Sunday where we have a fraud of the week. And let me give you guys the results. In third place was Prime Minister Rowley with 6 votes. In second place was Faris Alwari with 8 votes. And the first initial fraud of the week on Let's Talk Politics in the Village, WZYE fraud of the week. The first fraud of the week. First fraud of the week in the history of WZYE is no other than Gordon Dryden Joseph. He won fraud of the week with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 votes. 9 votes to make him fraud of the week. All right. This wasn't Professor Walsheet or Uncle Tommy. This was you, the voters, voting for fraud of the week. So, Gordon Dryden Joseph, congratulations on being named the first WZYE fraud of the week. And we're going to see as we go along if where we nominate people for fraud of the week. Caribbeans always say, Gordon, congrats. So, Gordon, the congratulations are already rolling in. Caribbean Soul already congratulate you on your award as the first fraud of the week here on WZYE 95.9 FM. All right, let me see. David Hope says, PNM say they care know what happened to the last 9 years. Donna Alexander says, good day to Professor Walsheet. All viewers and Uncle Tommy blessed and safe day. Just reading what it have here on this thing here. Dominic Leicester sees a fool. Okay, folks, here's my closing comment.
Good morning, God. Today is Sunday, July 27th. This isn't just another day. It's another proof that your grace has reached me. Because if I'm standing, breathing, it's because your hand has carried me this far. Before any distraction, I choose to seek you. Before I face the world, I lift my eyes to heaven and say, stay with me, Father. Guide me this Sunday. Protect me from all evil dressed as opportunity. Renew my thoughts. Touch the places only you know still hurt. Restore the faith I lost along the way and reignite what I allowed to fail. I choose to release what still weighs me down and to trust what I can't control into the hands that never fail. All I want is peace. That kind of peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, but on knowing I'm held by you. Amen. Type amen in the comments if this.
From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say what I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Go ahead, Tommy.
We need never be ashamed of our tears. Like I always say, you the man in the mirror, you have to become that change you want to see. However, if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe. Whoever is hot, stay cool. See you tomorrow, please God, God willing, in the village. Till then, good night.
Thank you, Tommy.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Let me see if I have any voice notes. Lenora, I'm not welcome. Yeah, folks, what we're gonna do? We're gonna start our Boo of the Week award, and we're gonna accumulate all the boos that a person get during the programs, and then we're gonna have the Boo of the Week award. We're making it a week award. Okay? I mean, we're trying for other people to get some boos here, but let me see. Alexander says, life is beautiful. One day, 1 hour, and 1 minute will not come again in your life. Avoid fights, anger, hatred. Be kind to everyone, and thank God for everything. There we go. Patricia says, life is strange. You come with nothing and you fight for everything, and in the end, you leave everything and go with nothing. Full 100. Yeah, correct is right.
All right. So the closing comments, we're going. Yep. I'm looking and I'm listening. I'm paying attention to all who are making suggestions to try and help the government. Help the government do better than the previous one. Unfortunately, all I hear is mud, and hate. But the Prime Minister used the book that I endorsed in her opening remarks when she was with the president there. But that was so good. When you start like that, you should, watch my word carefully, you should, unless anything come between, you should have a good ending. All right, but we need to help to have a good ending. You understand? Sports, we could learn so much from sports. Nigeria win the Women Confederation, the Women African Nations Cup 10 times straight. You know what that is? Look, England come and win the European one back to back. So things could happen, but it takes effort. It takes planning, not hating the other one and fighting down the other one. And no. I managed Amen for many years and they win the knockout 7 years back to back. But it takes effort, it takes planning. You understand? And not feeling like if we don't need nobody else. No. Look how much PNM people come in and sure they feel that they could give help to this government there. Look how much of them. Eh? But the 6.5 feeling like if they should dead. They should go in a hole. We don't want them around. Anyone who have contract a job, take it from them because they get it under the PNM. Oh God, but if you got a book that will show you what hate does, listen, you will take that hate and bury it, You will bury it, the same book that our Prime Minister quote from, talks about hate and thing, You want me to give you a verse and thing? But now you're going to find that, this program is not a Bible program. This and for that. Okay, no problem. Message me privately. We love now. Look, Stalin and all of them talk about it. Roach and all of them that we build together now. We could do this, boy. Oh gosh, the hate, boy. We will God is love. Let's
Oh boy. Oh, Father, please put that. Let's go to the closing comments in the chat. Please put our hand, Father. Yeah. Miss Santa Cruz, you're not going to even allow half. Oh, God. Yeah. We go to the closing comments. But yeah, it's right the truth, I didn't think about it like that. The man have the most PhDs. He had the most booze. He started a new thing. And he already became the fraud of the week. We have a Boo Award too now. Oh God, folks. We had to try and get somebody else some award. The man winning too much awards. I mean, seriously. We had to do something else. Really. Eh? Yeah. Nick said, go and play for the West Indies, go and drive you. Talk about that now. Oh God. Yes. Yeah, Rajesh says Wall Street. How much award you want to give Dryden? PhD, Sports Star Award. You want to win out everything. Give somebody else a chance in rare to win tuna. But we just got to get them just so they had to earn it. Understand? I really want to give PNM Fox. PNM Fox get 2 PhDs. Right? I want to give Patty a PhD too. Cheryl get 2 PhDs. Yeah? Closing quotes. James says, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. Here we go. Patricia Pancho says, UNC all the way, yellow is the code. Professor Washington and Tommy, God continues blessing, continued blessing. Thank you very much. PNF Fox says, we demand that the government pay the families of the divers. When we win, that will be one of the first things we do. You know what happening? You won't even know what happening in the background. James also said, a ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are built for. Correct is right. Hey, yeah. A winner is a dreamer that never gave up. Here we go. Caribbean Soul says, I don't walk away to teach people a lesson. I walk away because I finally learned mine. You know how much people walk away from Gordon Dryden? You know how much? Monica Rankisoon said, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, Then I will hear from heaven and forgive their sin and heal their land. Okay, I wonder if Gordon Dryden know that verse. Volsang says, Batman, the ignorance of our people is stifling from those with intelligence. Lord. Mr. Intellectual says, we know all things work together for good to them that love God and are called according to his purpose. Romans 8, verse 28. Mr. Santa Cruz says, the most dangerous anger comes from someone with a good heart. They hold it in, stay calm, and forgive until one day they can't anymore. Don't push a good person too far. Anon or Anon. Yeah, correct is right. S. Smooth says, I have not heard one PNM sycophant speak on Stand Your Ground law. Angela Darius says, probably when they lit the eternal flame. So there you have it, folks. I'm going to make sure there's no more. Nah, we ain't doing that. All right, folks. We see you guys tomorrow. Same WZY time, same WZY channel at 7 to 10 p.m. in the village on WZY 95.9 FM. We out of here. See you later. Bye-bye.
When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, now is the time to rise and shine. Tell your mother, tell your father, now is the time to decide.